Okay, I'm gonna go on fashion models because I'm just not getting luck with the magazines. Just being very difficult. So I'm just gonna click on image and just look for a fashion sketch. Okay, like this one. This is really nice. But I would like one from head to toe. So that's what I'm gonna look for. Well, this is only halfway. So that's not gonna work with me. See if they have something from head to toe. Okay. Fashion model full body. That's better. Well, let's do this one. This pose here. The front view. Okay, so I find a website where I could just take photos. So right now I'm going to use this model. And because it's so big, it's going to be difficult for me to draw it. So I'm going to take it off my screen and just put it here. And close this page. And I'm going to just change it to fashion model. And I'm going to click on the photo. Well, that's a lot better, right? When you're trying to sketch your model, you look for like model poses and you just try to eyeball it. Usually a model is like 9 to 10 heads. In real life, a woman is 8 heads, regardless of height. Okay? But because we want her to look like a model, and this is just my opinion, you could do it how you want to do it, but I'm going to show you how I do it. You want to get a good figure of maybe 9 or 10 heads. 9, you know. First, of course, is the head. Make an oval shape. And then when I look at this photo, to me, her neck is going slightly like this. I draw the neck on a slight angle and I want to have her shoulders curve up. And then I draw more like a triangle shape. Like this way. And I'll go like this and I'll draw like a circle here. And I'll go like this. And you want the shoulders to be just as wide as the hips. You know. You want it to be about the same portion as the hips. So as you can see, the hips is wider than the shoulders. So I'm going to make my hips a little smaller. I'm going to bring this line down, bring this line down. And if you want, you could use a ruler. If you don't want to eye it, it's okay if you want to use a ruler. Okay? But you don't want to depend on a ruler for everything. You know what I mean? Because when you use a ruler, you're not going to move that fast. But just for demonstration, I'm going to use a ruler to show y'all. But if you could avoid using the ruler, that would be great. Measure, it's about this much wide. Let's see. You see? I'm off, a little bit off. So the hips got to be this big. And I'm kind of off here. So this, I'm do this. And I'm going to do this. Because I'm way off on my measurements. I don't want to be off. Because then, if I'm off, the whole drawing is going to be off. So after I got the top portion right, what you do is you measure. So you could do this way, you go like this, you measure from here, and then you don't move your fingers and you go like this to bring down the legs. Or if you want, you could use your ruler. It's about 4 inches, some off. So this should be, so you see how I measure. Oh. Okay, so you see how I erased the line, I think. Okay, I didn't. So what I did was I went like this and I tried to measure and I would do this. I eyeball it. Why? Because when you, like I say, when you use a ruler, you work slower. So once you get good at it, you try not to use a ruler. So, but for demonstration purpose, I'm using the ruler. So I'm going to go like this and I'm off. Okay, it's about 4 inches long. This is 8 heads. Okay, this is how this from here to here should be, like from the head here should be the toes. But we want to make the model look like 9 or 10. So I'm going to add as much as the torso here to this here, which is going to be like the ankle and the which is going to be like right here will be like more like the ankle or the foot. So by here, that's how I know how much to add on. Right here, this much. See me go like this from the neck all the way to the center, and I'm going to go like this from this line here to measure. And that's how long I want my model to be when I sketch. Now let's see if I'm right in terms of the portions. This should be about like 1 5/8, right? So 1 5/8 is like, no, 1 3/8. It's about between 1 3/8 and 1 5/8. So it's like this much. So right now I'm really way off. This is more than 1 3/8. Or more, this is way off. So you know what? I'm going to just use 1 1/2 since I'm way off. So this is going to be my bottom line. My bottom. So now that I'm done, take the bottom of the line right here. And I'm going to start working on the legs. And same thing with the portions. Where do I want my knees to meet? I want it to be like half of this, right? So you could just eyeball it or you could just use a ruler. So it's like 5 1/2. So that's probably like 2 1/4, right? 2 3/4 is this much. Let's see if I'm right. I'm just guessing. I'm right. So it's like 2 3/4. So I will have the knees here. Let's look at this model again. Okay, so right now I want to start drawing the legs. So this is what I'm going to do. Do like a triangle shape backwards, right? And then within this triangle shape, I'm going to just curve it like this. It's just like she's wearing underwear. You see the lines? I just did a triangle shape backwards and I'm going to curve it like this. make a straight line here, and then I'm just gonna curve it, right? Like as if she has on underwear. And based on the pose, I'm just gonna open her, and what I'm seeing in the picture, just open her legs wide, you know? And I'm gonna say her knees are like this. It's her knees. And then I'm gonna draw the shape, you know, give it like a nice shape, right? Same thing here. Draw the shape. I think it's kind of too wide. It's a little too wide. The hips. So I'm gonna start over and just draw it. I don't want it to look wide, so wide the hips, right? And then I'll just draw the back of the legs, just like in the photo. So now I'm just drawing the legs, and I'm trying not to make them too wide apart. I'm just bringing this down here, trying to make her have an ankle. And I'll do the same for here. You know, make that knee shape where the circle is. Bring this out. Try to make the lines more softer. You know, make sure there's a little bit fat here. You do a curve here to the ankles, and you just bring this line here straight and narrow. And you draw the feet. Don't draw the toes, nothing, because you just starting out. You just want simple as possible, and you're done. Okay, so now I'm really off. I'm kind of off right here, as you can see. So I'm gonna go back and fix that. And how you want to avoid making a mistake? You just simply, okay. So her ankles should start right there. So you know, and you do the same thing with the foot. Draw like a curve, and then you want the toes pointing where it's supposed to point, and you just do a simple thing like that with the shoes. Simple, nothing hard, nothing complicated. So once you're done, then we're going to work on the upper part of the body. The arms are really simple, really easy to do, you know. So now that I've finished drawing the legs, I'm going to start working on the top part of the body. So the first thing I want to do is draw the armholes, and this is what I do. I just draw little oval circles right by the shoulders. That's where I'm going to put my arm. This is how I will have her fingers, you know, just square box shape. And I'll do the same thing on the opposite, you know, just go like this, draw a straight line, and then go right here, and then I'll say her wrist is like here, and then I'll say her hands are like that, right? And then her fingers are wide. So I will go like this. You know, and then I start, you know, then I start drawing the shoulders and like curve it and smooth it. So I'll just go like this. Drawing the shoulders, you know, do that muscle curve like here. To get the elbow, get the elbows more sticking out. Curve the elbow, and then I'll pull it in more here, and then get, you know, the arm, and you know, you just like smooth it out like that, and that's what you do. Smooth it, narrow it towards the hands. Same thing here. Okay, just do that, and you do that. You know, you start to soften it more. You do the shoulders. You connect the neck to the shoulders like this. You know, and you do the muscles. You do the elbows sticking out, and then you do the arms, and you bring it more narrow, right? And then you don't want to look too straight. You just curve it, and then you make it more narrow to the wrist. Curve it by where the muscles will be. You start thinking about the body, and you connected it, and that's it. That's it. And there's a lot of lines in the drawing, so it won't look confusing. So I'm gonna erase some of the lines. And you want to know where the breast would be? Well, I'll show you. This is right here. This is 1, 2, 3, evenly. See how even that looks from the neck here? 1, 2, 3. The breast is right here in this center. Okay? If you want to make it large, you want to make it small, that's up to you. I make it small. Because, you know, models don't have large breasts. Yeah, there are some that do, and there's some that don't. So most of them don't. So I make them small, right? But you could do and make it look larger than it really is if you want to, right? Okay, so now you see where the breasts are. If you want the nipples, I'll draw nipples. So you see where they are. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to erase the lines. Finish drawing the body. I'm going to draw my torso, curve it, and do like that to the hips. Draw, you know, right here, curve it, the line, and do that, and connect it to the hips. It's that simple. So what I'm going to do is draw a line like this, and if you want, you could use your ruler. And I'm going to draw it like this. So based on the circle, this side is bigger than this side. This side is smaller than this side, and I want it to be equal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it look equal. and I'm going to start doing the outline of the features. And usually where this would be where the eyes are. This cross here, horizontal line right here will be where the eyes are. And I'm going to just give her some cheekbones, and I'm just going to fix her face. But first, let me make the face look even, because it doesn't look even. She don't have cheekbones so much. I'm looking at the picture, it's just the drawing that give her appearance of cheekbones. So I'm not gonna, draw cheekbones. Her chin is very small, so I'm gonna make her chin look smaller based on just looking at the drawing. So I'm just gonna pull her in here more and just pull her in here more to make her chin appear small. Okay, so now I make the face even looking. I make her face look more even. I fix the face. Now it looks more straight on. And I'm going to start drawing the dress. How she has the dress. She has the hair covering it. So I'm just draw the straps. And the dress is more like showing her cleavage more. That's what I'm gonna do. It's tight fitting. So I'm gonna draw it like it's tight fitting. It's hugging her body a lot. And this is where I will just do some shadowing. Do some shadowing. Oh, not too much shadow. I don't want so much shadow, And the dress is like right above her knees. So I'm gonna draw it here. And it's going like this, because it's very tight fitting on her. And I'm just gonna draw these little jagged lines, wrinkles from the dress. It's doing all these wrinkles. Nothing fancy, just doing all these wrinkles. I'm gonna erase here so it could look like a dress. Erase the legs. Just make it look like she has wrinkles on her dress. I'm not gonna draw the eyes or nose or the mouth. I just want you to get a feel of drawing the body first, and then you can work on the details later. You work on the details later, like the fingers, the hands, the ears, whatever. So right now I'm just gonna, draw her hair, give her some ears. Okay, she got her hair pulled back, give her a little peep. This is what I call a peep. That's what my parents, they're from the Caribbean, that's what they call it. So I'm gonna give her a peep by her hairline, and then she got all this nice flowing hair. Erase the line by the shoulder. Draw the hair on the shadow, shave it in the direction of it being pulled back, right? This shadow. Okay, I was just looking at my sketch and I realized I think her elbow is sticking out too much. So you know what? Because her elbow's sticking out too much, I'm gonna fix her arm. That looks a little better. You know, make it a little more smaller. Okay, that looks better. So now I'm going to show you the finished look of this sketch. You see? You just gotta keep practicing. Let's see if I can find the website of the model. You look, I type in fashion models on Google and I click on image. That's like the quickest, fastest way. And that's what you do. You focus on the front view. You draw this, you know? You just only do front view models till you get, she's like a full figure. But that's okay. You draw full figure, you draw skinny models, you just draw the front view. Then you draw this one who don't have a lot of clothes on. You know, you just keep practicing till you get really good at it. You know, once you master doing front view poses like this one, you just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Even though they cut her legs off, you still draw it. Because it's like a front view pose. You just keep doing it till you get better at it. You know. Just close this place. And if you really look at her, and you look at the sketch, and you look at the drawing, and you gotta be very observant. Her neck is not really 100% straight. It's like on an angle right here. It's going like this, like that, on an angle, just like I did in my drawing. It was done, you know, it's drawn like this on an angle. It was done deliberately to make the photograph look really good. So of her head being all straight up. See? It almost looked just like the sketch in the magazine. So that's what you gotta do. Just keep practicing. Keep drawing different front views. And when you get the confidence, then you move on to side views, back views. So that's how you get good at your sketches.